It says that it has spoken with the captain of the towboat, but it would not reveal the findings of that interview or any other details of the ongoing investigation. Christian Hauser has been doing his own investigation into this towboat, the barge, and navigating this part of the river. Christian.
That's right, David. It looks like it's going to be several months before we know actually what happened here and what caused this barge to crash into where the yacht club used to be right behind us. Now, the Coast Guard says that there were multiple people on board, but it's not certain whether it may have just only been the captain in the pilot house steering the ship when it crashed or if anyone else was in there with him. The 1,200-foot tow and barge combination may look enormous, but the 3 wide by 5 long configuration is common on the Ohio River. The Coast Guard says it will interview the captain and rest of the crew. That's not all investigators are relying on.
We'll be looking for any video from different facilities, restaurants, anything the public can provide. We do have a couple different sources of video that will be included in our investigation.
The towboat, the Dale Artigue, is owned by the Florida Marine Transporters Company. It's only about 7 years old. It was on its way to Wheeling, West Virginia, and was carrying mostly rock and gravel. Every ship this size sends out information about its location and speed through an automatic identification system. We were able to track the ship as it made its way up the Ohio through the website marinetraffic.com. The ship's going to come in at the lower corner of your screen here doing 4.1 knots. They see the yacht club, they slow down to 3.1 knots, but they can't stop. It crashes into it and you can see 1.8 knots there. It actually increases speed again up to 2.3, 2.8 knots. And then this red marking here, that's where the ship kind of listed with part of the yacht club hanging off of it. Some companies have voice recorders with the captain, but there's no word if there was one on this one. Neither the barge nor towboat suffered any damage, but there is a lot to clean up from the yacht club.
We're working with commercial salvage companies to figure out the safest way to remove the debris from the middle of the river, get it safely to shore, and then how do we remove it, contain it.
Now, as I look downstream and both upstream, I can see barges just waiting to come through here. The Coast Guard is hopeful to get this stretch of river open tonight while there is some daylight, but that's probably not going to happen, and this is going to end up staying closed until tomorrow morning at the earliest is when they would probably open this. But again, you know, this whole community is mourning. This has been such a staple for everyone here that they don't really know life without the yacht club down here. For now, though, in Ludlow, Christian Hauser, Local 12 News.
It certainly was a popular spot. And Kyle and I were just talking, Christian, and we were saying, thank goodness this didn't happen like on a busy night when people were out there eating, drinking, and just having some fun. It could have been truly disastrous.
Yeah, that's right, Cammie. I actually talked to the owner of the yacht club. We had been down here earlier in the year for flooding that actually delayed him from opening, but he was able to get started. But he says on Monday night, there would have been hundreds of people here, so you can imagine the amount of force that barge hit this with. I mean, you could have had dozens, if not hundreds of people into the water if that had happened. Oh. Luckily, it happened in the morning when no one was here.
Yeah, thank goodness. All right, Christian, thank you. And we're told that the crews have checked and there are no fuel leaks or any other environmental hazards from the collision, but we'll let you know when we get any new information on this breaking story.